Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the first KCCFC TV show in the year 2021. It's the 5th episode, season 2, and in this one we'll be talking nothing but that CAF Confederations Cup return leg game between KCCFC and AS Kigali of Rwanda. And I tell you what, St. Mary's Stadium Chitende will be the venue for this CAF return leg game. How did we get here? We'll be getting to know this and a lot more on the show tonight. My name is Magero Mwanje. You and I are walking this journey together. Now, Happy New Year once again, and it's just a blessing that we are here because if you remember, 2020 was not really a good year. Football stopped in March. We had to go to lockdown into about 6 months. The league was ended just prematurely. KCCFC did not win any trophy in 2020 because the last trophy we won was in 2019. That was in the Sekafa Kagame Cup. That was in Kigali. So all that time up to now, KCCFC did not win any trophy because the Uganda Cup did not end the league. But I mean, there are a lot of positives because the players took to their social media just on the 1st of January 2021 and gave their New Year's messages. And just to read some of these messages from these players, we'll start with Dennis Iguma on Twitter, who says, "Best wishes for an amazing year ahead. May the sunshine of happiness always shine above you. May the dove of peace rest over you and live in your home. May the dense forest of love surround you all year round. May you have a lovely new year of 2021 fam." At KCCFC, that is Dennis Iguma, a defender at KCCFC. Just to read more reactions from our players and different people. On Twitter still, Bright Anukani says, "Happy New Year, Uganda. Love, peace, unity, and harmony to everyone." Well, he says something quite important. Love and peace. That's what we all want. And then here is Poloto Julius, still on Twitter, the assistant captain of KCCFC. "We are all aware of the fact that 2020 wasn't a good year, but we can be grateful for the lessons we have learned and the little we have achieved. Happy New Year to everyone. God above all." That is Poloto Julius. Still talking about Twitter, Juma Balinya, this is a forward at KCCFC, took to his Twitter and said, hashtag happy 2021. And then still, Aheebwa Dominic, a teenager, 17 years of age, a senior 6 student now at Masaka SS, says, "Love and blessings. Happy New Year 2021. That is Aheebwa Dominic. Still speaking about KCCFC, the chairman himself, Martin Sekaja, says, "Happy New Year 2021. And now here is a fan, and that is Same Peke Josiah. He's a rugby player, by the way, and the under-20 captain for the national team, but he's also a big KCCFC fan. Says, "KCCFC will go unbeaten this year. Yes, thank you. Blessed New Year." And the players really took that very seriously. I know they're going to be fighting to make sure the team does not get beaten. Still speaking about KCCFC, I mean, a lot of reactions from different people. And then here is Ali Meruse, who says, "And if you love yourself, just know you will never be alone. Alhamdulillah, looking forward to future with energy and optimism. The joy of the Lord is my strength." And just those are some of the reactions. And lastly, Brian Aheebwa, the top scorer of the Uganda Premier League currently with 7 goals in 5 games, says, "Happy New Year 2021 from all of us here at KCCFC." And yeah, that's all about our players. And we get to think that, I mean, they really had a fantastic year, especially those that just joined the team. Players like Brian Aheebwa, currently top scorer, 7 goals in 5 games, and also other different players. We did not get any silverware in the calendar year, that is between January and December in 2020, because the league ended prematurely. We knew we were going to win that one because we were the defending champions at the time. And then the Uganda Cup also did not end. We did not participate in the Sekafa Kagame Cup because we were still the champions in 2019. But I tell you what, 2021 is here, and we're going to be reclaiming everything: the Uganda Premier League, the group stages of the CAF Confederations Cup, the Uganda Cup. We'll go back and get that Sekafa Kagame Cup. I don't know why it will be hosted for next year, but we'll still reclaim it. COVID will get away, and football will get back to its normal times. So that's all about the New Year's messages from our dear players. Now, still speaking about the messages from KCCFC, the CEO of the club, Anisha Shahir Mohozi, has a message to all the stakeholders of KCCFC, and the message says, "Dear KCCFC family, the new year is upon us, and it gives me great pleasure to join the KCCFC family in welcoming the year 2021. 2020 has by no means a trying year for us as well as globally. We started off quite well with several dreams and aspirations up until COVID-19 struck the world in March 2020. A lot was put to standstill, and we are all faced with daunting challenges of addressing the hardships posed by the pandemic, which are still existent thus far. Nevertheless, despite this tough year, with all its disruptions, we are glad that we were able to register success. The team got creative and launched a weekly television show dubbed the KCCFC TV, which runs every Sunday 10 p.m. on Sanyuka. We secured approvals for construction of a state-of-the-art stadium whose works are scheduled for early 2021. In the same regard, we got a new stadium naming rights partner, MTN, and the stadium name henceforth is called the MTN Omondi Stadium. All the above and more has been achieved through fitting of different pieces of the puzzle together. We extend our immense thanks to our sponsors and partners. In this regard, we are grateful to KCCA, StarTimes, MTN, Britam, Prime Media, Vivo Energy, and NC Beverages, whose contribution is paramount. We similarly applaud all our partners, Next Media, Century Cinema, and Club Ambias, for walking the journey with us. We are an integral part of our well-being. To the players, coaches, and staff, thank you for making 2020 worthwhile. Eyes now fixed on 2021 for even bigger and better strides. The gallant fans, what is KCCFC without you? Thank you for standing by our side through thick and thin, and we promise to always aim to provide an even spectacular experience on and off the field, always just like our Kawowo style of play. The KCCFC family 2021 is an opportunity for us to explore even more and attain greater heights. The future is certainly bright, and we ought to wear shades to see it clearly. We present each day to God and ask Him to guide us in everything we set out to do. 2021, we go, we roll. Happy 2021, and that's the message from the CEO of KCCFC, Anisha Shahir Mohozi, and you get to think, she says, 2021, we go, we roll. And I mean, really powerful message from her. And KCCFC, everyone listen, the stakeholder, the fan, the player, the coach, the staff member, everyone, the sponsor. And I tell you what, 2021, big stuff for the club that is KCCA. Now, still more club news from KCCFC, an update from the camp. KCCFC TV entered camp yesterday, that is Saturday, 2nd January, and the team is camped at the Fufa Hotel in Chisasi. And I mean, players, coaches, the media team, and the kids, guys, everyone is in camp, and no one is allowed to leave camp because of the stringent COVID-19 guidelines, especially by CAF and also the Ministry of Health in Uganda. We do not want players that are negative now to get into exposure with the community. It's not just really fine and right. So the players are all in camp, and training sessions have started from Saturday and up until Tuesday. The club will be training from St. Mary's Chitende, and that is the venue for the CAF Confederations Cup game that will be between KCCFC and AS Kigali. And the players in high spirits because we have players that did not travel to Kigali and are part of this camp. And you get to think that they're raring to go because according to the training sessions I've been able to see, I'm quite blessed and favored to be able to watch some of these training sessions. You get to see players that really want to overturn a result that is 2-0 in advantage of the opposition, that is the visitors on Wednesday, that is AS Kigali. And you get to think this is really possible, and top stuff from the football club because the players are in camp, and at least the focus is there for this one. Now for the fan zone segment, we caught up with the fans this week to speak about their expectations ahead of that CAF Confederations Cup return leg game between KCCFC and AS Kigali, and their disappointment at that decision by CAF last week that assured the AS Kigali team from Rwanda got that advantage, 2-0 advantage, because KCCFC could not field 15 players to play that game in Rwanda. This was because players tested positive before KCCFC traveled. KCCFC traveled with 15 players, and 2 other players tested positive in Rwanda. That was after a PCR test was done. just before the game, that's 48 hours before the game. And the game had to be called off because we had 13 players, and the CAF rules say 15 players have to be fielded by a team for a game to go on. So we caught up with the fans, and this is what they think about that game on Wednesday, 6th January, and also how disappointed they were after that game was cancelled in Kigali. Take a look.
Amanya gange muwanguzi Joshua okuva Seguku. Awo nviirawo ku luguudo lwa Nebalamye Mayanja. Nampagira KCCA Football Club.
My name is David Gusongoire. I'm a lawyer by profession and I reside in Chira. I've been an ardent supporter of KCCA for the last 2 decades and a half. I'm privileged and honored to belong to the family of KCCA, a team with a pedigree, a team of amiable supporters, a team of diplomatic, cultured, but very charismatic and enthusiastic supporters.
Amanya awudumanisulu waswa okuveka wempe omuwagizi wa KCCA FC Football Club ajagala ennyo.
Amuwanguzi Senkali Denis. Said as many know me, I come from Salama. I'm a KCFC fan and I've been a fan of the club since 2014.
Katoma Judo okuveka wempe nga ndi muwagizi wa KCCA Football Club. Okusinziira ku mpira gwaffe gwali gwina okuzanyibwa wakati wa AS Kigali naffe bennyini. Kafu yasalawo omupiira guyimirizibwe oluvannyuma lw'okubeera nga KCCA Football Club abazanyi baali tebawera mu namba. Ffe ng'abawagizi kyatunyigga naye ng'ate ffe twali tukimanyiiko bulungi nti abazanyi ne mubeera 7 kiki muba mulina okusamba omupiira naye okusinziira ku tteeka lya CAF mulina kubeera 15. Abaana batwavolinga batuuka eri ate okutuuka okutesitinga ng'ate mulimu abalala abalwadde. So ekita omupiira okusazibwamu nga tetukyawera mu namba.
Twali tuwera numbers nga tuna goalkeeper gwenyimiriddeko. Era bagawo Covid nagisanyukira nenga mbwa kabadde goal 2. Tujja kujjana tumukube goal omusajja mukube goal nga 5. Nga kwemu safuna disappointment ya maanyi. Era nafuna essanyu nengamba kale katujje wantu lino mpira oguddako.
Bwe twagenda 15 oluvannyuma lw'okuddamu okukebera abasambi baffe ate ne tusanga nga tufunye cases endala 2 ekintu ekitatukola bulungi kubeera ng'omupiira ogwo tugusamba. Naye era twafunamu advantage kubanga buli kizibu oluusi kireeta advantage kubanga twali tetulinako goalkeeper n'omu kubanga twali twesize ate omusambi gwe bayita aliro mu goolo. Ekintu ekitandibadde kirungi kubeera nga ate batukuba goolo eziwera 7 kubanga twandigenza okuva e Rwanda ndaba ng'omupiira ogwo guwedde. Naye kati tukyalina essuubi kubanga abasajja abo bagenda kuteekamu engatto bajje batusange ku St. Mary's Stadium.
We had prepared. We have very good players, young but experienced because they have been to such kind of competitions for quite some time. They have experience, they have the spirit, they have the vigor to overcome any team. Unfortunately, we didn't get the opportunity. However, like most people have said, it was a blessing in disguise. Why do I say so? Because we didn't have our goalkeepers, some of our first team players were not around, and therefore, probably it would have presented a very big challenge and would have conceded more goals had we played.
The positive is that we were not disqualified because if you hadn't traveled to Kigali, we would have no chance for the second leg. But at least we have a chance for the second leg. We can overturn the result here in Uganda.
I know for a fact that some of our players have tested negative already, like our goalkeeper, and we feel that this time round we have a chance. KCCA has been in these tricky situations for long, where we've not been given a chance. For instance, against Al Ahly, most people thought, actually some people even said that these are schoolboy players. But we stood up as men of valor and we overcame Al Ahly.
Kale ekitayinza kubanga kyatuwadde essuubi lingi nti tuvudde ku kisaawe kyaffe ne tugenda ku St. Mary's Stadium nga kafu eyasazeewo naye ffe abasajja abo nze mpulira nga neesiga abasambi bange abaliwo okubeera nga abasajja abo tugenda kubawandulamu.
Ngakasa omupiira ogwo tujja guwangula abasambi abamu nkakaza byakuba bakomyewo mu nkambi mpola mpola singa tufuna goalkeeper omu oba babiri.
Talking about AS Kigali, based on a few clips I watched their team, I think they're a ball-playing team. They're not very physical. They don't kick the ball because there's a difference between playing football and then kicking the ball. Clubs that kick the ball, the likes of Villa, the likes of Vipers, they kick the ball. They don't play football, so they give us somehow hard time. But AS Kigali plays football, and it's similar to our way. Such clubs are not very hard for us to knock out.
Abasajja abo sibe balungi abali awo era we nawulira nti tukutte S Kigali okusinziira nga neggwanga lyabwe omutindo gwe liriko si gwe mulungi nti olaba ne mu Afcon tebatera kuva mu bibinja naye ate ffe ng'omutindo gw'omupiira gwaffe twagwongerako ko waggulu okusinziira nga ne ttiimu ze tusambye nazo tusambyeko ne kuba Walabu bazze wano tubayisizza bubi tubajjeemu ndabira ddala nga S Kigali tegenda kutuwa buzibu kubeera nga tugiteeka ebweru.
Singa abazanyi baffe abamu betwesiga obulungi bakomawo okusinga ddala mu namba mu goolo singa tufunawo omuzannyi omu mu abo ku bagolokipa n'abaawo omu abaawo kijja kubeera nga kitukolera kubanga essaawa ya leero otunulira ogezaako tunabo kiripu bwe tulaba S Kigali erina basitwayika abalungi ate nga nabo omupiira bagumanyi bulungi naye kyemmanyi bo bajja kujja ne aimu yagala okudifendinga ate nga ffe ekirubirwa kyaffe kyakuba atakinga tubeere okubeera nga tusobola okweyongera maaso nga tubawanduddemu singa abazanyi baffe bakolera wamu naddala partnership y'abaana abana ababiri bwe tulina mu maaso Aheebwa ne munne bakolagana bulungi nnyo so singa bongera okukwatagana naye batyo nga badde batulazeeko mu liigi ne tufuna obuwanguzi bwa goolo ze twetaaga kuba target tugimanyi kijja tuyamba okubeera nga tweyongera mu maaso.
Now we've heard it from the fans believe that KCCFC can overturn a 2-0 result that is in favor of the team AS Kigali. They are in Kampala already, I can confirm. And I tell you what, the fans really believe, they know that KCCFC can overturn this result, score 3 goals unanswered, and qualify for that final qualification round before the group stages. Top staff from the fans will be keeping on to get a reaction from the fans. Even after that game, regardless of the result, on Wednesday, we'll still get reaction from the fans that will run in the next episode. Now we're going to be going to a break, and when we return, we have players speaking about that game between KCCFC and AS Kigali that will happen on Wednesday, 6th January. And then we also have some reaction from social media, still from our fans, about their 2021. Don't move away. Now welcome back from that break. We caught up with the KCCFC players ahead of the game between KCCFC and AS Kigali on Wednesday, 6th January at the St. Mary Stadium, Chitende. And the players had a lot to say because they believe they can overturn these results. We caught up with players that traveled to Kigali and also players that did not travel because of different reasons, injury, COVID, and all other things. But this is what the players have to say about that game.
Kyali kya mukisa mubi nnyo obutasamba first leg ne AS Kigali kuba kafu yagaana tusambe kuba twali tetuweza basambi naye ffe nga abasambi twali ready okusamba omupiira naye owekityo ekyajja tulina kurana second leg okubeera nga tukyusa results.
We were ready for the game. Unfortunately, CAF cancelled the game. So when CAF cancelled the game, we were very annoyed because we knew we were very ready for the game and we were ready to do what? We were ready to play the game. But unfortunately, CAF cancelled the game. But we still have that belief and confidence to overturn the results of 2-0 because I know we are going to have that home advantage and I know we are going to make it.
Having heard that the match was cancelled, I was really disappointed because first of all, we are prepared and the players were also prepared. As a team, we are focused and we are willing to get a positive result. But what hit us hard was that the match was cancelled and everyone was really disappointed because they were ready to give their all and get a positive result out of the game.
Yeah, I know it's not going to be an easy game, but it's going to need a lot of concentration among the boys, like working in each and every department. So I know we can make it and score all those goals and above by working hard and concentrating in what? Each and every department, defenders concentrating in that department, midfielders and then the strikers. So I know we can overturn it.
It is very unfortunate that I missed the first leg of this game, but we are ready. I'm very ready to bounce back. We are very ready as a team, and all the players are in shape so that we turn the results to our side. Obviously, we very well know that we are going to enter that game when we are two goals down, but we are ready as a team. We are going to work together as a team to see that we turn those results to our side.
Ekisooka ffe nga goalkeeping department tusooka ne tusaba nga tetunagenda mu kisaawe n'okuba nga ffenna twekkiririzaamu ffe ng'omuntu kuba kino kitone Katonda yakituwa era si buli omu bw'asobola ogenda mu golo n'akwata era tulina okuba nga tuli confident bulungi owuliriza kochi kyakugambye n'okuba nga oli mukkiriza kuba Katonda yasooka mu buli kimu era nga manyi yenna ina anabeera mu ggoolo nga mukaaga tebajja tuteebamu era nga nsuubira buwanguzi bwokka nga mukaaga tujja wangula omupiira tuyitemu era tukyemanyi tujja genda na mu group stages inshallah.
Fortunate enough, we have retained a couple of players who had been taken up by the pandemic, and we hope to build as a team. And for us as centre backs, we are going to do our best so that we do not concede, because we know our players at the forward, such as Aheebwa, Sam, are going to score goals. So we have to maintain our cover so as to get a positive result, to overturn the result that we got there at Kigali.
As a team, we're working very hard as we are facing Kigali on Wednesday, so that we can score as many goals as we can and overcome the 2-0 advantage they have over us, so that we can go to the next stage. As a midfielder, I'm looking forward to create as many chances as I can, so that they can help the team and for the strikers to score more goals.
Now, still speaking about this game on the 6th of January 2021, that is KCCFC vs AS Kigali. We have two players in the current squad of KCCFC, Brighton Ukani and Hassan Matovu, a goalkeeper. They were playing for Proline Football Club last year when Proline played AS Kigali. That was the 1-1 game in Rwanda, and the 3-0 game in win that Proline won, that was in Kampala at the MTN Omondi Stadium. So we caught up with these guys to ask them how was the feeling, where is the strength of this team according to them, and also what they think about this game. So here is Brighton Ukani and Matovu Hassan from loan on Proline, who is now at KCCFC, and Brighton Ukani on loan still at KCCFC, but a Proline player, talking about this game. Have a look.
When I Proline twasamba AS Kigali Rwanda, era ne tukola emu nayo, naye omupiira tegwali mwangu nnyo kuba nayo ttiimu nnungi era tegujja kubeera omupiira mwangu, naye era twasobola okugijjamu waneeno mu return leg we twajja e Lugogo nga nkyali mu Proline, naye guneeno omupiira oguddako mweno ttiimu empya gyendimu eya KCC, omupiira tegujja beera mwangu nnyo kuba batuliidinga kati goolo 2 era tulina okuva emabega tuwangule 3 oba nezidda oba 4 oba 5 okubeera nga tuli ku safe side eyitawo, era suubira tujja kukola kyonna ekisoboka kubeera nga tugenda ku stage eddako.
Kati nze okusinziira nga twasamba AS Kigali season ewedde nga nkyali mu Proline, amaanyi gaabwe gaali nga mu midfield naddala shat 10 waabwe oyo yalinga wattabu nnyo nga buli afuna omupiira anoonya ye, n'ekirala bakolesa nnyo wingi, basamba wakati ne bakolesa wingi ne bawa namba 2 waabwe, namba 2 n'aswitchinga, kwegamba omupiira bakuba switch play, tebasambako okuva eno mu goolo, tebabuildinga game, basamba ne batuka midfield ne baswitchinga, naye era byonna tubitraininga wano era nga nkimanyi bajja babreakinga down, tebajja kusobola kukola boche baagala era nga tujja wangula.
Well, guys, that's it from the players, and they are quite positive. They know KCCFC can overturn this result. Just to tell you about AS Kigali, last year they played Proline Football Club. The game in Rwanda ended 1-1, and the game in Kampala ended 3-0 in favor of Proline, and the game was at the MTN Omondi Stadium. I'm just not trying to say that if Proline won that game last year, then KCFC can do it. No, but I mean, just to tell you that they have never scored a goal in Kampala. In the game they have played against a team from Uganda, that was Proline, that played at the MTN Omondi Stadium. So if Proline can, then why can't we? And that's still about the players. They do believe, they are focused. They know that this result can be overturned and KCCFC can do qualify sportingly. Now, still speaking about their 2021, still we took to Twitter and asked our fans and stakeholders and said, comment with that one thing you want to see us achieve in the year 2021. And then the hashtag was Happy New Year 2021. And the fans had a lot to say. On Twitter, Mubezi Luwaga says, hashtag mission Uganda Premier League 14, then getting back to the Confederations Cup. Then Janam on Twitter says, our trophy, UPL title back. Derek Ntege says, win the treble, that is the CAF winning the Uganda Premier League and also winning the Uganda Cup. Then Josiah Sempeke again says, unbeaten run throughout the year. Marvin Michael says, CAF Confederations Cup group stage football is all I'm asking for. Then Fad Donate says, CAF Confederations Cup, then qualifying for Champions League. Gift Kante Casemiro says, hashtag mission UPL 14. Mbabali Umaru says, hashtag UPL trophy and Uganda Cup. Suna Mark says, Confederations Cup chaps, please. I mean, there were a lot of reactions from social media, that is Twitter. And you get to think the fans really believe that we can make the group stages of CAF, but we first have to win that game on the 6th of January against AS Kigali, and we have to win it sportingly. We have to play that game because we know we're going to field players that will be able to play that game. We are going to be going to a break. And when we return, we have the build-up now to that CAF game. We are going to be getting to know the officials for this game, where the game will be held, why that venue, and a lot more. But everything after this break. Now, welcome back from that break. And just like we told you, we have the build-up to that game on the 6th of January between KCCFC and AS Kigali. And to start with the match officials for this game, because CAF has already confirmed who will be the referee and who will be what in this game. And to start with, the referee for this game is Anthony Juma Ogwayo. He's a referee and he's from Kenya, just our neighbors here. And then the first assistant referee will be Olivier Omondi Odiambo. He's still from Kenya. Then Tony Mudanyi Kidia is the second assistant referee. He's also from Kenya. And then Tewodros Mitiku is the fourth official from Ethiopia. And then Patrick John Sabe Liwanda Kapanga, he's the match commissioner from Malawi. And finally, James Sekajugo is the COVID-19 officer, and he's from Uganda. You might be asking, why do we have a COVID-19 officer? Even in Rwanda, we had one. And this is a new slot CAF has put up because this COVID-19 officer has to ensure that everybody, especially the people in Zone 1, that is the pitch, and Zone 2, just outside the pitch immediately, are COVID-19 free. That is, they are negative of COVID-19, and that's the reason why we have a COVID-19 officer, to ensure the players and the staff that are going to be part of that game have tested 48 hours, just like the CAF rules say, before the game happening, and that is Monday. So that is tomorrow. There will be tests done for both teams, KCCFC and AS Kigali, and also the staff that will be part of this game, and they have to test negative, because if they test positive, they cannot be part of this game. So that's all about the officials for this game. And still speaking about the build-up, KCCFC still goes on with this training. I told you the training sessions now are happening at the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. And you might be asking, why is KCCFC going to play from the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende? Now, CAF, earlier this year, did an inspection in different stadiums in Uganda. That is Mandela National Stadium, the MTN Omondi Stadium, and the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. And Mandela National Stadium and MTN Omondi Stadium do not qualify to host CAF games. And they also still do not qualify to host FIFA games. The only stadium that qualified to host a CAF game, that is the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. And it also did not qualify to host FIFA games. But that's the reason why. So KCFC had only one choice. Either you play from Chitende, or you go and play the game either from Rwanda or Kenya or Sudan, depending on where you tell CAF. So that is the reason why KCCFC had to hire out that stadium. Yes, KCCFC hired that stadium from Chitende. And just to tell you, the people from Chitende and the fans of Vipers, KCCFC is going to treat you to a very fantastic game. I mean, beautiful kind of football, top class stuff. I mean, we're having a CAF game from your stadium, but it's going to be top stuff. So that is the reason why we are having that game in Chitende. You might be asking why. I mean, we have MTN Omondi. So the stadium did not qualify according to the CAF standards. They sent people and they inspected different things. Well, they gave their recommendations. KCCFC is working on those recommendations seriously. But for this game, we'll play it from the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. So that's all about this game. Still about this game, there is a lot of stuff, guys, because the squad is back training. Just like I told you, the training sessions are happening at Chitende. AS Kigali is also in the country as I speak. And KCCFC, the players are back. Even those players that did not travel to Rwanda, the players that traveled to Rwanda are still part of the training. We have the gaffer, Mike Mutebe, still back and with the players. The coaches are all around. So top staff, every player that KCCFC wants to take on this challenge, that is to overturn this result, is back and is training. The players are focused because they are in camp at the Fufa Hotel in Chisasi. So we're just waiting for the time. 4 p.m. Wednesday, 6th January 2021, KCCFC vs AS Kigali. We just cannot wait, guys. We just cannot wait. We still caught up with the fans on their predictions and expectations ahead of that CAF return leg game between KCCFC and AS Kigali, and this is what the fans predict, and this is what they also expect from this tie.
Nsulo bakuba goolo nga 4 ati sinabana tebanukudde ne banakola goolo emu naye nga nze kyemmanyi obwangu sijja kuba bwange koolo olunaku.
I think we are going to hammer them 4, 5, 6, why not 7? Because we have to go through. We need a minimum of 3 goals. A minimum of 3 goals to nil to go through to the next round.
Fe timu eyaffe yabigendererwa okusingako ku timu endala mu Uganda. Ndabira ddala nga AS Kigali eyo ne weenaabanga efubye negeza neteekawo omutindo. Kituufu neetaaga goolo eziri waggulu wa 3. Okutandikira ku 3 kugenda waggulu.
We are going to win this match by 3 goals to 0. Why? Because our players are mentally prepared. Our coach is mentally prepared. Our players who had tested positive earlier on are coming through, testing negative. And the supporters and the country at large are behind because we are the only team that are in international competitions right now.
Omupiira ogwo ngusuubira goolo 5 ku 1 nganze bwe nsuubira bujja okuggwa. Era nga kasanga omusambi nga Kezironi wakomawo, Ssenyonjo wabanga waali, ne mu bbaka yo Zinabuzi Machete waali n'abalala basobola okubawo ne Kato. Sikinamu buzibu mu bbaka. Naye ebisigadde byonna mu maaso we neewalikidde mu maaso awokka, bwe nfuna bastrika nga 2 ne bakomawo. Astafu Mugume waali, weyegatta ku Kezironi, nkakasa ekintu tujja tambula bulungi era nkasa tujja kuwininga.
We naabanga nfunye abasambi bange nga ddala keses ezo zivuddewo nenfuna abasambi nga Brian Aheebwa n'abeera nga bali awo mu maaso ne munne okusinziira performance gye bataddewo mu liigi y'eggwanga, ndabira ddala nga abasajja abo ngenda kubajjamu okumugate gwa goolo 4 ku bwereere, tebajja kwanukulamu yadde kubanga bo bagenda kujja n'ekigendererwa eky'okuzibira. Naye mmanyi nti ate omutendesi wange kyasinga okutendeka kwe kubeera nga alumba mu maaso okufuna goolo. Era n'olaba nti mu kukyusakyusa abazannyi agezezzaako okulaba ng'aleeta abazannyi abo abasobola okuteekawo embeera y'okunoonya goolo mu maaso. Ndabira ddala nga bwe aba yaleeta Aheebwa n'aleeterako ne munno oyo we batambula mu maaso, ndabira ddala nga AS Kigali tegenda kufunira ddala wano waaka ku St. Mary's Stadium.
Kijja tuswaza nnyo okuviiramu ku stage esooka nga tumanyi nti obutimu wa East Africa tusobola okubujooga. Kuba timu yaffe ya kanso y'amaanyi, kuno tusuubira n'okuva mu kibinja tukivuemu, tusobola okutuukako ewala ku luno.
With the home support, with the preparations, with the spirit, with all the vigor and the mental strength of our players, the sky is going to be the limit because we are going to go to the next round and our country is going to be proud of us. Proud of KCCA, proud of the brand, proud of the pedigree, proud of the mighty club that everyone wishes to be part of.
We shall create the chances and we shall convert. We're having very good strikers. very good finishers, and our team is balanced. Every player can get us a goal. We have no star player in our team because all players any player can get the job done on any day. So I feel a win. I think we are going to get a convincing win and a positive win, not just a win like we had against S02E05. We won that game by 2-0, but it was not enough for us to go through. By this time, it must be a 3 or more. But I think we shall go for 4, a minimum of 4 goals to 0. They can't score against us. They will be defensive, I know, and that would be one of the reasons as why we shall hammer them.
Ngamba essuubi lye nnina ku mutendesi wange wanaaba ng'akomyewo Mutebi ng'ali ku touchline alina okuduumira sikoodi eyo gy'anaaba yeesize okuteeka mu kisaawe emabega. Kale tujja kwesiga abalenzi abo abaliwo kuba ndaba Musa waali ne Kato waali emabega abo tusobola okubeesiga okubeera nga bazibira abasajja abo kubanga nabo mu maaso balabika okuteekawo embeera ey'okunoonya goolo naye olw'okusinziira ku mutindo gw'abasambi Kato ajja kubeerera ddala ng'akubira bulungi emabega wabeere nga wagumu. Ndabira ddala ne waliwo ne sayiningi fyawo omuvubuka eyakava oba yava mu poliisi awo yateekawo embeera nnungi okubeera nga batambula ne Kezironi awo nga bajja bagaba omupiira. Kezironi ajja kukuba paasi esembayo, Brian Aheebwa ajja kuba nga ateekawo embeera y'okuteeba goole nnyingi. Era S Kigali yo erinnya ennyonyi okuyingira mu ggwanga wano ng'esuubira nti omupiira gwayo gukomyawo tegenda kweyongerayo ku mutendera guddako.
Any team that is going to test the wrath of KCCA after that unfortunate incident should better be prepared because we are coming. Yes, we can.
Now that is what the fans expect from this game. Guys, I'll remind you again, this game is going to be on the 6th of January 2021, and that's Wednesday, just 3 days from now. I told you the players will undertake another test tomorrow just to ensure that everyone that will be part of that game will have tested negative, and that is the reason as to why they will be able to play. And then this game will be at the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende, just like I told you. So top stuff, everything is ready. KCCFC, we are quite very organized, just if you really know how we operate, and we have everything to make sure this game happens. And I tell you, this game will happen sportingly. We'll not have any walkovers, we'll have no advantages handed over. We'll play the game and we'll make sure we overturn this tie. So that's been it about this week's show, episode 5, season 2 of the KCCFC TV show. A reminder, you can still watch this show on the KCCFC YouTube page. Tomorrow it will be up, the full show. You can also follow KCCFC on Twitter, that is at KCCFC, on Instagram at KCCFC, on Facebook, KCCFC, and also subscribe to our YouTube page as you watch these shows, and that is KCCFC is the page on YouTube. So, still to remind you, guys, you might be wondering why I'm this fresh. It's the new year. I mean, I look very dapper in this nice sweater and everything, my outfit. I have a designer, and this designer is located in Bukoto. This is Animac Fashion Store, and on Facebook they are at Animac Fashion Store, on Instagram Animac Fashion Store. So the location is at Great Magil Shopping Center, just behind Orex Petrol Station in Bukoto, room number GFL04. The phone number is 0753 839 905. So you can also get yourselves different things, main stuff, and also for the ladies, they also have you sorted. So get down to Animac Fashion Store, just next to Oryx Petrol Station in Bukoto, and get yourself something to dress. Guys, that's been it for this show. Episode 6, season 2 will be back next week, and hopefully we'll have good results for you from that CAF game between KCCFC and S Kigali. My name is Magero Mwanje. I've been your host. Have a good night.